get to do the easy stuff, but MJG's the one that plays for us. So here he is right now, top 32, doing the dirty work, getting ready to face off against Salem.
Rocking the Toon link. He does also have a villager, but I know Bayonetta is a bit of a nightmare for that character to deal with. That being said, it's not that much easier. The bomb will go off. No, it doesn't!
Oh, I think it's 8 seconds for Toon link. It's 6 for Link, 8 for Toon link. So his takes a little bit longer. Yeah, man. I think MJG was kind of banking on that explosion. Obviously, he could get the reset, but just a little late on the money that time. That's okay. Toon link still with a very strong projectile game, and as we know, that is one of the tools needed to combat Bayonetta. Yeah,
being able to just keep yourself away from having to make commitments to begin with, right? That puts yourself in such a better situation as opposed to constantly having to make guesses, because if Bayonetta presses a button when you do, then you could eat a huge combo, or worse, if you hit into the witch time.
Right.
Ooh, really nasty stuff.
Hey, there's a boomerang trying to bait Salem out of this corner here. And, you know, not to talk too much about play styles, but both of these two players can bring a very slow, you know, methodical play style to the match, and that's kind of what both of these two guys are known for. So it's really interesting to see them clash with this type of mindset.
It's the sort of thing that I love seeing in players, that knowing of what you can get away with not gambling at a given moment, right? Like Salem says, hey, you lost your first stock really, really early, and I'd be a fool to gamble this away right now. So I'm going to take my sweet time, get all the little extra damage, all the little extra hits I can, and you know what? You have to keep coming at me, otherwise you'll get timed out eventually.
Right, and I have no problem doing that, but MJG has no problem throwing forward smash G pick. Beautiful stuff here, opening up Salem here and putting another point on the board. Now has a bit of ground to make up here. You know, but I don't want to close out the light at the end of his tunnel too early.
Yeah, especially after that strong sequence of moves at that ledge right there. I would not count MJG out of this yet.
Okay.
Oh, and Reese the neutral get up, finding the up smash immediately.
You know what, though? MJG kind of got a little taste of his own medicine. You know, he's like one of the up smash masters, too. He does like this thing where he, like, runs past you, then you roll because he didn't ran past you, then he up smashes. So, like, that was kind of reminiscent to some of the things he does versus some of us back at home in Nebraska. So
it's a humbling moment. You got to say, huh, so that's what that feels like, you know, whenever that happens. Going to be going to Town and City. I know that at least our local Toon Link main in NorCal, 3XA, is a big fan of these platform stages, either the Town and City or the Triplats, because when he gets the lead, what he can get away with doing is essentially camping the platforms and throwing the bomb straight down as a way to cover the space right below him. And I don't think Bayonetta has really any huge straight vertical range options to contest that. I mean, she'd essentially have to try to snipe him with a witch twist.
Yeah, you know, she has to. I don't want to say respect, but you know, she definitely has his projectile game in mind, especially like you said when Toon Link's on top. Okay, but regardless, you know, Salem has a pretty solid lead right now. About halfway through, looking to extend it, but MJG with the good conversions.
Getting that up tilt, but not able to find the up smash right afterwards. Salem, though, converting off of the bomb, getting you some nice damage there, too.
Right. Both of these two Brawl legends really just going at it right now. Oh, what in the world?
That was some fancy shenaniganry right there. I don't even know, because he recouped the bomb in the air, and then I don't know how he dropped it again so he could attempt to grab, but...
It looks like he's going for a pivot grab, down throw, possibly like back air. Not exactly sure, but MJG is a magician, if you will, man. Just has so many tricks up his sleeve. But unfortunately, though, finds himself here with the stock deficit. Salem not looking to stop at all, man. This momentum is going crazy.
And the way Salem is crafting these combos so that even when MJG air dodges, he's then caught in a frame trap. It's a vortex of his own.
Right.
And there we go, waits for another air dodge. It looks like he's really caught onto that habit and doing nothing but afterburner kicks right now, or heel slice, I mean.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, even I do it too, man. Because it's side B, so you're like afterburner kick. Nah, man, it's on the ground. It's on the ground. I mean, it happens to the best of us here, but Salem right now, 103% up on the board, man. Bit of raise on his side, and you know, like you said, the fact that he plays so slow, so calm, cool, and collected is what makes him great. You know, even despite having a deficit, most players would try to turn up the Jets a little bit and just try to close the match out. Not him. You know, he'd be a fool to sleep on MJG, especially this late into the bracket. Only 85% work to make up, like we've seen in game number 1. It's not going to take too much more than one conversion to put MJG back into this game.
Right now, MJG just, I like how what he's doing right now, right? He's approaching, but constantly approaching in shield because he's trying to bait out Salem, especially into doing Witch Twist, because that's such a common burst option from Bayonetta when the opponent's close by, because it's 4 frames, huge hitbox, and then afterwards you're not in free fall, so it feels safer. But after the latest few Witch Twists, MJG has punished it consistently.
Right. You know, the adaptation on the fly, that's one of the greatest things about this portion of bracket. Again, you know, the top. Oh, my goodness.
That was so clean.
Wow.
Because Salem knew that the bomb was about to go off, so he placed the back air above Toon Link, so that right when it went off, he'd be hit into the kill move. Really smart stuff.
I'm convinced Salem can see into the future.
I mean, after some of the things he's done, some of the runs he's had, I can believe it, honestly.
Yeah, you know, I'm a believer too, man. I don't know if he sees the game the same way we do. Like, we see the world for what it is. He sees it in Matrix coding as it's, like, coming down.
It would explain why he's always so calm, then, because he always knows it's coming.
Right. Okay. All right, now. Oh, wow. Salem again, you know, wow, just kicking up the jets here. Okay, MJG looking to nullify some of that momentum. Good stuff. They're finding an opening for a grab, but these grab attempts, you know, they mean the world to Toon Link. He can get quite a bit off them, especially at low percents, even sometimes at high percents too. But I'm telling you, man, when you play a character with a tether grab and they miss a grab, it is the worst feeling ever, dude.
It's a terrible feeling, but it's a necessary evil because you still need to show your opponent at every step during the set that, hey, I still have a grab, so you can't hide and shield all day.
Absolutely not. It feels like, you know, I didn't study for this test. Like I showed up late for work. Like, it has that. It's like synonymous to that, you know.
It gives you enough time to recognize you've made a mistake, and then like by the time your recognition is done, you haven't even been punished yet.
Yeah,
like, that still has yet to come.
It was like at this moment, MJG knew. You know what I'm saying?
It's the JoJo's to be continued, man.
All right, man. But Salem looking to continue. You know, his dominant win streak here in the top 32. MJG not looking to go down without a fight. Oh, if that was regular Link, big Link, older brother Link, okay,
Daddy Link.
Yeah, Salem probably would have been deceased right there, man. But I think MJG was more focused on getting back to the stage as he should have been, closing this gap out slowly but surely. Uses projectiles to find an opening.
Oh, and once again slipping in, finding another back air. Salem having a smaller lead than before in the previous two games in this situation.
Right.
A nice boomerang aiming too by MJG. Oh, but Salem ever aware which time's it on the return trip.
Oh my God. Salem, man, just a man that can just do a ton of damage, and his reads are fantastic.
Waiting for the bomb to go off and then punishing it off of it with the witch twist.
Okay. There's a bomb. Oh, fall away for their attempt that time. Smart stuff. Playing that one safe.
Oh, I like the use of crouch there by Salem because it's low profile. It makes zaring him a lot harder.
And Toon Link can do quite a bit off of there. Oh, get off of that platform.
Oh, and he tried to, but he's still alive. And there we go. Just back air into immediate back air to punish the air dodge right there. And Salem moves on with another 3-0.
Yeah. You know, beautiful job there, MJG, like we talked about, you know, Brawl legend, and you know, early on Smash 4, you know, MJG was definitely always a topic of discussion, whether that be singles or doubles. I know MJG hasn't quite been traveling as much as we've seen in the past. You know, I think he went to Shine.
He did pretty well at Shine from what I remember.
Yeah.
I know he made it into like the final bracket, like into that top 32 bracket. Beating Trevante, another NorCal player. Man, I just know all these Midwesterners that keep bragging NorCal.
I like Trevante. I like Trevante and Shaky. Shaky used to be from Midwest as well. He used to be from Kansas.
Oh,
about 3 hours away from us. Yeah.